Hello my beautiful simmers and welcome back to another speed build. Today I have something very special for you because I didn't make this like never on my channel. It's so interesting and really different from what I usually build. You already saw that I'm always building like apartments and family houses and things like that. And this time I really wanted to recreate one picture that I found on Pinterest. Actually, that is like a real building. That build is Four Winds Temple in the UK, and I wanted to turn that into a house, but I realized that that build itself, it's very beautiful, don't get me wrong, but just for the house with something like fence and the trees and some little landscape, it's not quite interesting. And I wanted to add this garden, and I turned this space into a community garden because I never built community lot in this game, and it sounds like a very interesting and great idea, and that's why I am building this today. But this is not just community garden, this is something like community garden slash museum slash cafe. You also have a lot of space for sitting outside. Beautiful garden. You have easels where you can sim, also can paint. You have planters, chess table. You have every single thing. But probably because of the gameplay, you will have to choose what you wanted to do with this lot. If you want to be like a cafe, you will have to turn this into that kind of a lot. So everything depends on you. You can choose whatever you want. This fits for many things because I put a lot of different things, so you can pick and choose what you want to do with this community lot. And about the CC that I use for this build, guys, if you really want this lot to look like this, you will have to download lots of things from Jim07, because I use his like sculptures and statues, king falcons, fountains, and I think store railings. Everything else is that I always using from my game, and that's mostly it's Felix Andre, because he has this beautiful historical stuff for builds like this. But you know already, everything is going to be listed on my Patreon page, so if you want to for this build to look like this, you will have to download this stuff, and believe me, you won't regret it, because I use so much these beautiful historical CCs here that I am like in love with this build, not just because of this CC, but from this build itself, because I really like wanted to build this temple for such a long time, and I didn't have idea what I'm going to do with this, and this came as like a wonderful idea, because I talked with Felix about this build and he gave me some ideas, and this is how it's turned out, and I'm really proud of this build, because it's something really different and something that I never built before. And this is something, this that you already watching is something that I wanted to do like additional for this build, because this build itself doesn't have that much details. Just some like couple of things, these columns, and this build in general maybe has like a couple of windows just for the lower part. Upstairs there is no windows in the original build, but I added a couple of windows to this upstairs because I really needed some light for this build, especially because I put some kind of a gallery upstairs with a piano, and of course upstairs is the bathroom, because this kind of a lot you have to like have a bathroom and a couple of stuff, and it turned out very nice. I really love it, and I am still in this garden because I really wanted to do so much different things here, and it really took me a long time to build this landscaping and everything, especially because I really have like a hard time with tool mod. I couldn't like group or toggle group these things that I wanted to do here, and I was like changing non-stop, updating. I didn't know what happened, and that's why I did a lot of this stuff on out of the camera. And here I use lots of beautiful stuff from Colonial set by Felix Andre, Florence, Paris, Berlin, you are going to see. And this lot is on Henford Bagley, countryside of this cottage living world, because this lot didn't fit like anywhere else. I'm so sorry if you don't like this lot. You have like 40 by 30 lots in every single world, so you can switch this and place this a lot wherever you want. But I feel like if it's like a garden and a community garden and this like temple, it feels like that really belongs here, because it's really isolated and peaceful, and I really love this place. I also have to admit that I really clutter this place up like crazy. I didn't want to like leave one empty space in this lot. I really wanted to like use this place completely, and that's why I put like lots of different things all over this a lot, especially this beautiful sitting areas that I made here, and looks very nice. I can only imagine that we have something like this in real life. Probably there is something similar to this, but I really think that your Sims is going to love this lot, because when I filmed in this walkthrough and on that short videos for the end of my video, Sims started to really showing up here, but I didn't record everything. But I also saw that Sims keeps coming here, so I really think that it's going to be very nice for the gameplay. And everyone started to like paint or sitting around, watch all these statues, like talk to each other. And the only thing, like I said, I didn't use here because this is like a community garden, that bar was not working. But if you want to work that for your gameplay, you will have to like turn this into a bar or cafe or something like that. It's not going to be like a problem for you, but if you want to keep this just like a garden or some space where you can Sim hang out, you can do that. And we finally came to this cute little cafe. I use here mostly Paris from Felix, and I already made like a French inspired building and cafe with apartments above, and that was one of my favorite builds I ever made, and that's probably the reason why I wanted to like make something similar again. And like I said, here I wanted to make something in between, like a gallery, museum, cafe, to put like every beautiful item, historical item that I have in this game, and something very romantic and kind of a place where artists and someone who loves art and music and poetry and history, a place to hang out. And I really think that I succeed in that my idea. but I didn't have that much space to play around with this kind of a style. This space inside, it's very small, and I think I managed to make something very interesting, and especially because I wanted to put some extra chairs and tables here, just because here is the bar, and upstairs is, like I already said, one extra space for sitting, like very small bathroom, and a piano with one another like pedestal with some beautiful sculpture from bb.moveobjects. You're going to see that later. Here I also use that trick with hazel and painting. That painting will be like something very special, something very probably expensive, I don't know. And lots of different statues, lots of different like art from Felix from bb.7, Strange Storyteller. I don't know, it looks very romantic and beautiful and very historical, and that is what I like the most about this building and this a lot. And also, I really have a great time decorating this area here, because I use a lot of different sets to make this space, and to make it look like a real cafe. I use also BojanaSim here, Cold Brew. I think that set is called Cold Brew, I think that it is. And of course the kitchen set from House of Harlix, Paris, Colonial. I mix a lot of different sets, and I really love how this turned out. And the only thing left here is this bathroom and this little space upstairs. It's a very simple small bathroom, just like with necessary things for your sim. Everything else is like just decoration. And I guys really hoping that you enjoying this build. It's pretty much longer than my usual videos, especially the voiceover. I really don't know what to say anymore. And as always, this is going to be on my gallery. Of course, tray files and the all CC that I used for this build is going to be on my Patreon page, like always. Please guys, links are in the description box. I listed like every single thing that I use here. You will find like every single thing. I really copy paste every single statue from bb.7, because they come in a very different sets, and I really wanted to pay attention to all these little details that I use for this build. I love you guys also so much. See you next time. Bye bye.